Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a little bit behind the scenes. I'm going to be talking to my phone, which is right here, and I'm going to be doing a live for Joico, a Joico takeover for Europe. I'm going to be doing a live seminar on inspiration of cocktails. So you can see here, this is a Blue Cosmo, this is a Sex on the Beach, this is a Purple Rain, if you can see those beautiful colours. And then I did a Pina Colada, a white creamy coconut into that pineapple. So they're my looks for tonight's video. If you want to see more of these videos behind the scenes, I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. But again, thank you so much everyone who is helping me get on this journey. We're on the road to 25k, not 5k, 25k. This time last year, I was only on coming up to 5k. I was like, trying to hit 5k. So yeah, thank you everybody for helping me hit that. The goals, and let's get into the video so you can see what we get up to on a Joico Live. Hello everybody, how are we all doing? Looking forward to bringing you this course today. I'll just wait for the numbers just to jump up a little bit and we'll get stuck in. But as you can see, we've got an intensities session. But we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. So here we go, first one, Marilyn, hey. Hello everybody. So tonight, well, we've got a few of the Joico people in. I didn't think we would. We've got a team meeting at this time. So good to see you all. So yeah, the numbers are coming in. Danielle is here. Hey, Marilyn. So Danielle is going to be my question answerer. So you can pop them all into the comments and she'll get all the answers. She's got all of my formulations and mixes and everything for you to ask away. So hey. Hello, David. How are we doing? Hi, Wendy. I thought you were in a meeting. But yeah, got a really good, exciting course tonight. And hello, Paul. Hope we're well. Hey, Lean. So as you can see, I'm joined with a few beauties tonight. I've been working hard on creating some looks for you all, and I'm going to get into it and just tell you where the inspirations come from. Hey, Sevda, and we'll get cracking. I will do my best. You can throw it. I will keep an eye on the questions as well that are coming in. I'm going to be working right here. So it's not a real hard technique tonight, but it's more about the inspiration and where we sort of pull it from and where I pull it from. And yeah, it's just going to be a bit of fun. But I'm looking forward to bringing you it. Hey, Joff. So tonight's course was all about pulling inspirations from different industries. Hey, Robbie. And this was born from the, I was going to say Defy Damage. Defy Damage is in front of me. From Barista Artista. And Barista Artista was a course. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you've been on the Barista Artista course or if you've seen it or heard about it, let me know. I also want to see an emoji of how you're feeling. So it can be like you're feeling great, love hearts, whatever you want, a crazy emoji face, pop it in. Hey, Nicola. Haley, and we're going to get into it tonight, but I'm really looking forward to bringing you this because it's something that was born, like I said, from the Barista Artista deep dive session. So during lockdown, we, as you know, Joico absolutely killed it with the online education. And hey Jill, and what we did was we were just pumping out education for you guys every single week, I think it was. We were doing so much education, and deep dive sessions were born where we would do like a little teaser, and then we would bring you a course where you could jump on our webinars. And on the webinar, it was towards the end, the guys were sort of saying, oh, we love the coffee inspiration and everything like that. Would you do something around cocktails? And it was born. So give Paul some heart. Oh, I thought it was a question. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through some of my beauties behind me, talk about the what I did and the inspirations for it and the names for the techniques and that, and then we'll get into a bit of applications. But let's see some emojis, guys. Get some emojis. There we go. Hearts. Cool. Right. Hey, Mum. Mum's here. Right. So we're going to look at this one first. I'm going to stand up now. So, did you all guess what my inspiration, where my inspiration come from? Hey Trees, because I was putting out little teasers. Did you like the teasers all week actually? Because I think it's something that we're going to do as Joico. We're going to pop little teasers out there to gain a little bit more momentum with it. Hey Anthony, but did you like it that we were teasing each week, and did you guess what it was? So as you can see here, it is an intensity night. And this is block colour, not block colour. It's all around cocktails. And it was born, like I said, from the Barista Artista deep dive. People were throwing different industries at me. Would I be able to get inspiration from here, And then I thought, right, cocktails would be really cool. It's something that's really colourful, makes you feel good looking at it, drinking it. So yeah, I thought I'd put something together with all these colours. Now, this one, you might recognise the haircut as well. This was David Murray's, from mine and David Murray's course for the 3V collection. And this was the Edie Sedgwick. But I've just changed up the colour. So yeah, I used our amazing intensities. And this is a blue Cosmo. So a blue Cosmopolitan with a twist. So Cosmo is normally with, I haven't mixed the drink, but it's normally with vodka. But I thought I'd change it to a gin because the colour I used, if you can see it, is blue sapphire. And the reason I use blue sapphire, because sapphire gin. So what you've got here is basically all the underneath section is all blue sapphire. I did the roots heavy application, and then the ends I just sort of emulsified through just to give it that sort of icy clear bottle effect, which is through here. Through the top, I used the Aqua Flow, which is this sort of greened off area, because if you look at a blue Cosmo, what you get is you've got a real deep level of blue in the bottom of the glass, and it just sort of lifts where the ice is sort of watering it down, and you get this greeny sort of blue hue through the top. And Aqua Flow was the colour of choice because it was absolutely bang on, if you can see through there. And then we've got these little bits of green through here, and I was torn between green and red, and the reason for green or red was in some of them you were getting cherries and in some of them you were getting olives. And I've got a couple of reds here, so I thought I'd throw a little bit of green, which is Kelly green. And this is just sort of blended through, just with your fingers, just melted together, just to give a little pop of colour to the blue. So that is that one there. So I hope you got all of the colours I used. If not, you can ask Danielle and she'll give you them. The next one, can you all guess? Let me know in the comments. Where is this inspiration from? What cocktail? So we've got red into orange into yellow. Now, where do you think the inspiration of this come from? You can see, I mean, look at the condition and shine of these colours. They're unreal. And this is something I noticed with our intensities. Like, they go on, they are quite thick, but they go on so smooth and cover the hair and give such an amazing shine and condition, as all Joico does. But with these in particular, they just move into the hair and like pushing them in, going deeper, getting more vibrancy. I just absolutely love how they blend together. So this technique was a red root, as you can tell. I then put yellow. This is just a hot cross bun section, nothing really technical. Hot cross bun, red root, sorry. And then as I got through the sections, I painted yellow on the ends and then just melted again together. And if you can see that sort of orangey hue through there. And this is a wolf cut, a longer wolf cut sort of vibe, because I know they're all massive right now. But yeah, what are we thinking to these colours? So this was Sex on the Beach. That's where the inspo came for this one. Sex on the Beach cocktail, where you've got the red into the orange into the yellow. Next one, I'll just show you actually the colours. So there is the red and there's the yellow. And we're going to be delving into this in a minute when I do my application. But this one, can you guess the name of this one? And this technique took a little bit longer just because I wanted to do something. It's called Purple Rain. I'll throw that at you. It's called Purple Rain. And it's the magenta and orchid mixed together through this really rich purple. But before all that, I actually balayaged it. So I put a balayage through with Blonde Life and 30 volt to get a lift, a good enough lift. We left it on for a little while because the mannequin heads, we wanted to lift quite cool, but so it would give this sort of effect of rain. And I don't know if you can see, but there's multiple of colours through there. And that's because the magenta and the orchid sat on, this was a level 6 mannequin head. So this sat on where it's the darker this sat really quite deep, and then where I'd balayaged, it sort of picked up a little bit lighter, a little bit multi-dimensional, a little bit multi-tonal, and that's where we got all these. And then this is cobalt blue. So if you can see through there, just wanted to give it just a little bit of face frame. And when you look at the Purple Rain cocktail, you've got this real deep sort of magenta purple mix to it, and you've got an essence of blue, and that's where this came from. So there is Purple Rain. And the one we're going to be working on today is a Pina Colada. So yeah, Purple Rain, Orchid Magenta mixed together. That was just equal parts, and then Cobalt Blue was the blue that you've seen just there. But this was one of my favourites to do. This is sort of what inspired it really. I was sort of banging on about the Pina Colada because I love sort of blondes and yellows together. I don't like half lifted hair yellow. I love it when it's sort of crisp and really sort of vibrant through there, but you've got a really nice white blonde. And this is where the inspo for the whole collection really came from. And that's why I wanted to bring you a collection. I wanted to bring you a collection of results that you can see, just to put something together and have a bit of fun with. And I mean, hands up in the comments, okay, if you use a lot of intensities, because I know a lot of people use, they're a big fan of intensities right now, and you can see why. They're really low maintenance as such, but high maintenance for revisits. They fade out beautifully. You won't get sort of that with some brands where you get that sort of bluing off or greening off. You don't get that with Joico intensities. They just melt away beautifully. So the sectioning pattern for this isn't that technical. I'm just going to talk you through it now. I wanted to give that underneath a bit of life through there, as you can see the yellow. I'll start with the back. And then we've got the occipital bone just there. And what I did through this side, through here, we've just worked around the parietal ridge. And the parietal ridge is where your head curves. And that's where I wanted to work around and work through it. Because the parietal ridge, if the hair that falls below is where it's going to sit, and you get that sort of movement in the bobs. When your hair is above the parietal ridge, you don't really get that much movement. So if you were to look here, you don't really get that much movement through there. But then when it sort of shakes down below the parietal ridge, which is the curvature of the head, that is where you get all of that really nice movement and explosion of colour. And like, I just absolutely love it. Just a little bit sort of 70s vibes is what I went with, like the finish and the haircut. Took some quite short layers up into here to expose that colour, and then just have a flattened off shape through there, flattened, and then just flicking out just to give that bit of pop. So yeah, sectioning pattern, occipital bone, and then the curvature of the head is running right round through here, and I went through it just to above the parietal ridge, and I came back down through it to there, and then I went back up through it and then back down, and then where my fringe section is, which is that little triangle there, just about 1 centimetre away from the hairline is where I started, which just finishes around about the front of the ear, through there. You can see the ear just there, and then just popping up, down, and then this will give us a nice soft result. You won't get any hard lines because you've got it just running all the way through, just creating that movement with it. Right, let's pop some gloves on, and any questions coming in, pop them in now. And while I'm popping these on, because it's quite warm, isn't it? Very warm today. October has been like August where I am. What's the weather like near you? If it's sunny, put some suns in. Also, I want to know what your favourite cocktail is. So in the comments, just put what your favourite cocktail is. Mine is, I couldn't do it unfortunately, because it would just be brown, but it's an espresso martini. So if you see me about, espresso martini it is. But yeah, it has just been like a brunette with a white top. So it wouldn't look very good. And one thing with the yellow, when you sort of put it out of the bowl, it looks quite mojito. I love a mojito. It looks quite orange, but don't be fooled, because it comes out like that. Daiquiri, hi from Spectrum, hey Maddie. Portstar Martini, mum, yes. snake bite. Is that blackcurrant cider and beer? I think that's what it is. Right, let's get started. So, application wise, I've just got some foils because I don't want to get the mannequin's face all dirty. Just going to grab a clip. So with the fringe, I hope you can see, I'm just going to pull this around again. I've got loads of tripods in here. So I'm just going to clip that out of the way. And what I want to do, so here I went with quite a hard line, but diffused with the top section. So this piece underneath, I just got the yellow and went on it. I'm just going to change my stand, because this is a lighting stand that this one's on. Here we go. Yeah, so if you can still see, yeah, I want there to be quite an intense pop under here, because you can see that quite vibrant there, and it leads off into the face framing. So I did, just got my foil and I painted just some yellow on it. Get it. And I just popped where I wanted it to be, so you can see the yellow underneath, which is just there. And I just started to paint it on. Just really nice and clean. That's one thing that I really like working, like really, really cleanly. So we're just really working that into the hair through there. Just get loads of the colour on there, and then I'll just flick out, just to add a little bit of blend. But I don't want much of a blend on this because I want this to really pop. We're going to get the next section. And we're just going to pick that up. Just get it smooth-ish. And then we've got loaded the brush there. And then we're just going to paint that over the top. And I want this to be a little bit softer, so all I'm doing is just flicking up the hair like that, just to create a little bit of softness. You could use your fingers, you could use a comb, you'll just get a different result. Very, very similar, but just doing a little bit of freehand through there. I'm just going to pull that out of the way. Moving on to this section, which is the bottom. So how I know where I'm going through is just to the points of the sort of zigzag section that we're doing. So just pulling that out of the way. Get our foil ready. Is there any questions? Oh, thank you, Maddie. I've just seen about YouTube. How about Frangelico? Frangelico is a lovely little tipple. Has anybody had Frangelico? So here we go again. Colour is on the foil just to secure. I want to get that colour on there. And then we're saturating those ends. And then I'm just using that end of my brush rather than there. To apply, I'll work it like that to really get the colour on. And then just to blend, I just turn sideways. And then we're just working that up into there, creating a bit of a blend. And because the section is quite thick in regards to a normal section, you'll be getting all of this on top. And because we're only sort of skimming over that top there, you're not touching the hair underneath, like a balayage. So we're just going to get it, and you're going to get this beautiful melt of colour running through. Right, I'm just going to get that out of the way. This is super quick, and it doesn't need to be always with intensities. You could do this with lightener if they were brunette. You could do this section pattern with bleach. You could do it with colours. You could do it with high lifts. It's just really nice, super quick. And this colour, this natural colour or pre-coloured through the top, will just veil over, and then that's what will create the softness. So next foil, just going to get a bit of colour on there to secure. Pop the hair on. There. Getting loads and loads of saturation on there, because that's where we want the colour to pop. And then again, turn my brush just to the side, and then just start creating just that soft blend, if you can see. Just really nice and easy. But yeah, this is Joico Intensity Yellow, for people who are asking. To create an orange, on the Sex on the Beach colour, I just basically blended it and melted it with red. You can mix it with a pink to create a nice orange, but unfortunately we had to discontinue the orange, which is a shame, but we can still make it. So if you want any formulations on how to create a nice orange, you can DM us. You can DM us here, you can DM me. My Instagram is @paulwatts.life or @paulwattshair. Same as my YouTube channel, Paul Watts Hair. Right, so this one, see, I've gone from that bottom of that point there to the top of that point there, and then again from there to the bottom of that section through there. And look at how wide, how wide that section is, really, really wide. But what we'll get is we'll get the saturation through these ends, and then where the hair travels, that's how we're going to create the softness. So this is where we'll start painting, surface painting on here, and all of this underneath will be left. So when it's when it's curled or when it's blow dried or straightened, you're going to get real softness. You're not going to get any hard lines. So again, just get some on here, and then again I'm just going to lay it on the foil there to secure, and that's where the yellow is on the back on the foil. And you can see we can just let the foil drop because it is secure, and then we're just going to carry on painting this on. Saturation and as high as you want really. If you want quite a bold look, you can really saturate it, but then just surface paint. You can surface paint up, you can surface paint down, whatever technique you really want to do. But this is where you'll just start creating that softness through there. But this mannequin head, it was bleached as well with Blonde Life. I just have to add, that's how it is a lot whiter. We just bleached it with Blonde Life 20 vol, left on for a little while. All right, and then where we move to now, to the point. So that's how we know our reference point for colour. We just draw it straight down there. And again, you can see a very wide section through there. And then all we're doing again is, I'll do the silver side so you can see me paint it on. There. Lifting this into position just on those ends because that's where we want the saturation. Really get that colour work into the hair through there. And then again, as we're going up, we can do it there, which will be nice and soft, or we could have a little bit more saturation right in here to add a bit more pop, get a bit more of this on here. And then as we're just working up, we just start sort of balayage-esque painting the hair, and this is where we'll get the softness. With that hair that's travelling, you're going to get a much stronger result through here, and it's just going to get softer and softer and softer. But is everybody liking the technique? Very simple, but you can literally use it on anybody. Now we're on our last section. But what's your favourite look? Let me know. Is it the Blue Cosmo, the Sex on the Beach, the Purple Rain, or was it the Pina Colada? I think mine, when I was doing it, I really wanted to see the Pina Colada as the one. And I do love it, but the Sex on the Beach and the Purple Rain, I just love that blue that cascades through the face. I think it looks stunning. Right, our last section, just make sure we don't get that side. Again, you can see here, just straighten it out slightly. I want all that texture in there, and I'll do it on the silver side again so you can see. So just get that painted on. We're just going to drop the ends onto it to secure, and then just start working up the hair. And then this gives us basically the colour underneath of the veil of blonde over the top. But you can see where you're pulling, and because we've got the sections, it already gives you those balayage-esque sections, so you can see points of light. So that would be a point of light through there. If I just go that bit higher, you can see that travels all the way through there, and that will cascade. So when that falls over, if you get a curl in there or you add texture in there, you know that you're going to have a nice point of light through there and a nice intense bit of colour. So I'm just going to get this last bit of colour on. And then just blend up there a little bit more. And there we have it, guys. That is the Pina Colada. But in the comments, what do you think is the best shampoo to offer your clients with Vivids? And there is a hint just there. So let me know what new shampoo, should I say, what new one is best for these Vivids, and we can tell you a little bit about it. But if there's any questions, you can. What is the time? So it's quick, wasn't it? 25 minutes. If there's any questions, you can pop them in here now, and I can answer them for you. But the shampoo conditioner that you really want to be recommending when it comes to having Vivids and the longevity of them is our brand new Colourful. Who's used Colourful? There we go. They're saying it. Joico Colourful. So the reason for this is because it looks after the bigger molecules of colour, and when it comes to these intensities, they sit on the outer limits of the hair. They won't really go below the cuticle, they won't go into the cortex or anything like that. They'll sit and they'll just, that's how you get the intensity and the shine, because it's sitting just on that cuticle and just in. But with that comes a lot of fading quickly if you use the wrong shampoo and conditioner, which is why we've got this. Because this is going to look after the bigger molecule, make sure it stays and lasts for longer. You can get the intensity for longer. I'm in love with Colourful. Lee, doesn't it? If you guys could smell it, who's used it? Who smelled it? Let me know in the comments, because it's just unbelievable. So yeah, that's Colourful. That's what we're going to be recommending to all of your clients when it comes to Vivids. Again, if your clients are coming in, and a lot of the time it is where they've had Vivid after Vivid after Vivid, and it's been bleached, and their hair was very compromised. What could we do? So we could do It's Unreal for Reds and Coppers too. Cool. This right here, Sex on the Beach. It's made for Sex on the Beach. So what was I just saying? Can't remember now. Can't remember, it's gone. I've just seen that for Reds and Coppers. But yeah, I'm sure it'll come back to me. But if there's any questions, you can just throw them at me now and I will get them answered. But yeah, if you are liking these quicker, shorter lives, it's something that Joico we've been talking about, bringing a little bit quicker, and then with the lead up to the actual live as like a weekly teaser. And did you like the sort of play with the colours? If hair was compromised. Thank you, Dom Dreads. So compromised hair. We get those clients that come in and their hair is really, really compromised. They've had it bleached and bleached and bleached, and they need it because they need to get the intensity. So what we could do is we could then be doing a 4-step. And does everybody use 4-step? Love the cocktail names. Yes, same. And it's something, I'll go into that in a second, Danielle, with the cocktail names, because it's something I do like to do, add a little bit of theatre. The hair in the back is insane. Yeah, Sex on the Beach. So when it comes to the 4-step, we really want to be, if hair is compromised, we don't want to be sent, we really don't want to just get them in the seat and whack on an intensity, because they're going to lose it when the wind hits their head. It's just going to come out because their cuticles are all open, hair is really damaged, porous, it just drips out in the shower. That is something that we don't want. So 4-step is our saviour, miracle treatment. So what we've got, if you don't know what a 4-step is, our 4-step hair repair treatment, we've got a cleansing shampoo which really gets in deep, opens all the hair up and removes all of the things we don't want in the hair. We've then got cuticle sealer, which is an acidic based part of the treatment, and that goes on mid-lengths and ends. So what that will do is slam the cuticle shut, sealing it, making it really nice and smooth. You can instantly feel it and see it. Clients can instantly sort of, I like to run a comb through once we've rinsed it, just so they can sort of feel it on their head, and you can see their eyes are sort of going like, what the hell? Like magician. And miracle worker, yeah, Marcus. And then we've got our penetrating reconstructor, which penetrates through it, because a lot of people say, why are you slamming the cuticle shut if you still want to do some extra work, because we want to make sure the hair is sort of sitting where we want it. And then our penetrative reconstructor, and then we've got our intense hydrator. They both work on different levels. And the thing with it is, step 1 is deep cleansing, step 1 like your exfoliator. Yeah, so if it's something like when you're talking to your clients and they don't really understand the necessity of having these treatments, you can always refer to, like, I do this. I say, how do you look after your skin? Well, I moisturise, I cleanse, I tone, I do this, I do this, I do this. And it's like, and you do nothing to your hair, sort of thing. It's like, you just use like a shampoo. Whereas we really need to be educating our clients in understanding the necessity of having 4-step or defy damage and taking away aftercare, because we won't keep the intensity of these results without it, because it will just, we'll leave the cuticle open, or the shampoo conditioner that if they're using at home, a different one, might just leave it a little bit more porous. And that was my live for Joico Europe. I was talking to my phone, so I wasn't talking to you this time, but a little bit behind the scenes, so you can see what we get up to on a live. I just wanted to bring you a little bit like that. If this is something you like to see with all these vivid colours, it's something a little bit different that I do. Rather than talking straight at you, I'll just show you exactly what I get up to behind the scenes, like I said. But yeah, I just want to say another big thank you to all you guys who are subscribing to my channel, commented, liking. It means so much. Appreciate every single one of you for taking the time to hit that red button and joining me on this journey. We're on the road to 25k. So hopefully we get there by the end of the month. If we can, it would be absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up, comment down below, let me know if you want to see other videos like this, and I'll bring them to you. But yeah, thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.